Good morning, everyone. The Delaware County Commissioner meeting for May 3rd, 2018 is now in session. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, good morning. I'm Gary Merrill, President of the Board this year. To my right is Vice President Barb Lewis. Commissioner Benton is not with us today. Our clerk, Sarah, over here today, and Mike Fromer, our administrator. With that, let's begin.
Resolution number 485, in the matter of approving the electronic record of the proceedings from regular meeting held April 30th, 2018.
So moved.
Second. Motion made and second. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 18-485. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
We do have public comment this morning.
We have a couple of people who want to make public comment. I'm not sure if there's a preference. Mr. Cox, Michael Cox.
Yes, thank you. Commissioners, my name is Michael Cox. I'm here with Nick Mango. We together form the principals of the Cox Man Limited that made a bid on the Old County Jail that I understand was the highest bid by quite some measure. We understand the commissioners are inclined to reject all bids in that matter and proceed in some other manner. Of course, we don't know what is motivating that decision. The jail was obviously advertised for some time. There was good publicity across a number of publications as far as it being available for sale, and it certainly appears that the interest at a higher dollar amount than what we put forth appears to be limited. Certainly, Mr. Mango and I have an interest in the county. We both work and bought and rehabbed the building less than a mile from there now. I live less than a mile from there in the northwest neighborhood over here. And we appreciate the architectural history. We've talked to an architectural historian about the building and even submitted a written letter at the behest of Mr. Melvin, kind of outlining to the commissioners what our vision for the building was. That combined with what I understand to be the other competing bid outlined a wide variety of uses for that particular structure, all while maintaining, hopefully, the historical integrity of it. Our bid, in addition to being what we believe to be a fair monetary bid, would keep the structure much in the same use as it has been over the past 130 years. It keeps it within the Delaware legal community. We practice here regularly within the courts, are well versed with all the county officials within the judicial system. And we believe that returning, if the commissioner's long-term prospects are to return it to market, presents quite a few hazards for the county. It presents the potential that an outside entity with much more ambitious plans for that site and deeper pockets comes in and takes on an idea to totally remove the building, to totally overhaul the building, to remove it from its current use or anything even resembling its historical use, and would put the county in a difficult spot if and when somebody comes in and puts in a bid of, let's say, $500,000 on it. How the county can handle that, and even if their intentions seem to be to keep it in its current use, if they've got the ability to spend a couple $100,000 more on legal fees, of course we're attorneys, but on legal fees for a big firm to come in on land use and try to rezone that, try to circumvent the current restrictions that are in place in order to put a gas station there, something that would justify a bid in that number, in that range financially. The county would be in a tough spot to reject such a bid and justify that to the constituency. That being said, the obvious highest and best use of that property, I would think, would be to remove the structure that is there and proceed with that property in some other manner. with as vested as we are in the community and in the legal community, and fairly early on in our careers. Speaking for myself, he's middle-aged. You know, that building would be in our hands. If it's up to us, that building would be in our hands for the next 30 or 40 years and hopefully be passed on to other attorneys or people within the legal community here, so that it can be there 200 years and be within the county's original intended use. And so we would just ask the county, and unfortunately we haven't had the ability. We were hoping that based on the bid sheet saying that, you know, once the commissioners decided what was the highest and best bid, there'd be some negotiations. We understood that. It wasn't, you know, we bring in our check for $156,000 and we shake hands and leave. And we tried to express that in the letter to the commissioners that we were open to any type of transition plan that the county needed. We can close on it tomorrow. We can close on it next year. It's something that we're very interested in and something that we don't need immediately. We've got office space, but something that we're very interested in and still trying to obtain. And I think that there's, like I said, many hazards to rejecting both these bids and putting it back to market if that is in fact the intention, because I think the county can find itself in a difficult position on trying to preserve that particular property if somebody with too ambitious of plans and too deep of pockets comes in to try to buy it either directly or through a straw man. So we'd ask the court to not reject those, or ask the commissioners not to reject those bids. I'm used to being in court when I'm at a podium. Ask the commissioners not to reject the bids that are on that are submitted, and to rather enter into negotiations and see if there's something that can be done that's mutually beneficial to both the county and the bidders.
You were limited to 3 minutes. We gave you probably 7 or 8.
Okay.
That's good, because your information was helpful. I appreciate that. Did you want to speak on the same topic, or would it just be redundant?
It would be redundant, but if there's questions, we can
Okay. Eric, it's, to your point about negotiations, my understanding that we can't negotiate is that an accurate statement, Eric, or not?
Well, you could negotiate terms and conditions for the sale, such as, I mean, he referred to timing for closing, things like that, but on the price, no.
And when you say negotiate, I assume price, but my understanding was we couldn't negotiate price. What was your interpretation of the word negotiate?
Well, as I mentioned, closing, use for the county between now and closing, and if that building is needed, I know Mr. Melvin mentioned, he asked me, you know, how soon do you need it? You know, that answer being we can negotiate with the county to keep it, to keep the transition in a way that doesn't disrupt the Court of Appeals, doesn't disrupt the law library, one or the other, both. Wouldn't matter to us. Like I said, we're not in a huge hurry to get in there. I know the price, if it's the county's position that the price can't be negotiated. Again, our bid was over 15 times the only other bid that was received in a very well publicized open bidding process. So I don't know what realistic prospect there is that somebody's going to come along and bid significantly in excess of what we put forth.
Commissioner Lewis, did you have any questions?
What is on the agenda today regarding
To reject the bids, what I'm going to suggest is,
I think we
that
should probably table it, don't you?
I think all 3
Yeah.
commissioners ought to be here for that
Yeah, I
conversation.
do too. Yeah.
Appreciate you coming in. It was a surprise. I wasn't expecting to see you here today, but I'm glad you came to express your perspective.
No.
But I do believe it probably should involve all 3 commissioners.
I do too, and I guess we don't even have to
We
table it
won't table it.
because it's not even.
We're just going to pull it.
We'll just pull it
Commissioner
from the
Bitten,
agenda.
We'll be returning next week. We might wait till next Thursday, just give him a little time to, since he won't be coming back until late Sunday. But let's just pull it today, and
And I appreciate your coming in. You're very articulate.
Well, I appreciate you giving us excess time. Attorneys get paid, the more we talk, the more we make, so I may be in that
you don't
habit.
charge us by the hour for this.
Yeah.
But we received notice of that because this just came on the agenda as far as I've been checking yesterday. morning. Of course, I notified Mr. Mango, and he came directly from court. Fortunately, I didn't have a hearing this morning. Will we be notified maybe by Mr. Melvin? He knows how to get a hold of me to let me know that
Without objection, I'm just going to suggest to put it on next Thursday's agenda.
Okay,
That gives Mr. Ben time to
Sure.
get caught up.
That's-
And because I don't think it'd be appropriate for him to do it Monday when he hasn't had time to, he didn't
No.
hear the conversation. And then we'll, I'm no guarantees, but the plan will be next Thursday.
okay.
Okay?
We'll keep an eye on the agenda. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for coming in.
just-
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak a little bit to, your one question, I think provide just a little bit of background information for you. When the bid was set out, it was for a monetary bid. During the bidding process, as you articulated and alluded to, it was very publicized. There was a lot of feedback the commissioners received about the architectural and probably some of the points on the negotiated, terms and conditions about restoration. There was a lot of discussion with the neighborhood association. So the thought or the feeling was that maybe the way the bid criteria was set up, there was a lot of other input during the process that maybe changed the qualifications and stuff like that, what to be looking at and how that would look. So just to give you a little bit of insight on, maybe why the consideration on rejecting of the bids is just to have that format set up, so.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah, and we appreciate that, and like I said, I live in the northwest neighborhood, and have for the past 5 or 6 years. But I think ultimately the usage that we would propose and have proposed for it would mesh the best with the neighborhood, and I think that's why we think we have to be careful rejecting a bid like that in order to allow something far more commercial, far more foot traffic, far more changes being done to both exterior and interior. It's there, it should be preserved as closely, and not only its appearance and its structure, but its usage as closely to historical character, and that's what we've proposed, and that's why I think we were a little taken back by the idea of rejecting that bid without any type of dialogue or negotiation between the county. But certainly appreciate the commissioners taking under consideration at this point, and we'll be back Thursday with a shorter statement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, let's proceed.
Resolution number 18-486, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CMA PR 0502.
So move.
Motion made, seconded by me. Any questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-486. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-487, in the matter of approving travel expense requests.
So move.
I second. Discussion? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-487. Mr. Merrill? Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-488, in the matter of acknowledging the receipt of annexation petition from the agent for petitioner, Andrew Wecker, requesting annexation of 2.091 acres of land in Delaware Township to the city of Delaware.
So move.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-488. Mr. Merrill? Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Item number 7, as we said, has been pulled. So item number 8, resolution number 18-489, in the matter of approving extension 2 to the agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Central Ohio Contractors Incorporated for the Delaware County Solid Waste Transfer Station operating, hauling, and disposal services.
So move.
Second. Discussion? Vote. Excuse me, sorry. I got into a routine there. I apologize.
Do, that's fine. This is Tiffany Mag, Regional Sewer District. This is the final year of renewal with Central Ohio Contractors on our current contract. It's the same terms and conditions, and we recommend your approval.
Any questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 18-489. Mr. Merrill? Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 18-490, in the matter of approving amendment number 1 to the contract between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Stantec Consulting Services Incorporated for the Liberty Sawmill Sanitary Sewers Extension Project.
So move.
Second. Discussion?
This is a contract for engineering design services to extend the Liberty Sawmill project up north along Sawmill Parkway towards Hyatt's Road. Due to the low bids that we received from underground utilities, we feel like it's advantageous to continue that current contract and extend it further north. So we recommend your approval.
Questions or comments? Vote?
Vote on motion 18-490. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye,
Thank you.
thank you.
That brings us to administrative reports.
Mr. Fromer?
Yeah, good morning, Commissioners. With Mr. Lamb at home with his newly added to family, I attended the Finance Authority meeting last night. A lot of activity continues with the Finance Authority. It's really great to hear about all the new business and investments in the community and a lot of the deals that they're currently working on. So, and also they had a person come in from the Montrose Group that has a lot of experience in working with port authorities and talked even further about some of their abilities as port authorities and what some of the other port authorities, finance authorities, and what some of the others are doing in the state of Ohio. So just wanted to give a quick report that it was the investments in the community from private and economic development seems like it's even ticking up more than it has been, and it seems like they've got a very full plate of stuff going on. So just wanted to kind of give you that update.
Commissioner Lewis?
I just wanted to point out that our Sheriff Martin had an excellent editorial in the Columbus Dispatch this past Saturday. The title was Protect Vulnerable Child Victims of Opioid Crisis, and many good facts and stats, and so I urge everyone to take a look at it. We've got it in both digital, and I have made some copies for everybody, but the sheriff sees this through eyes that with his work that we don't, and unfortunately just really tough stories of families torn apart by this. So that's it.
Anything else?
No.
Do you want to mention the PAN event Friday?
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, okay. Friday from 4 to 7, PIN, People in Need, are holding an open house to commemorate the life of Kevin, Kevin Crowley, who recently passed away. And so they're just asking anyone to stop by and just pay their respects and talk a little bit about Kevin, and it'll be sad in some ways, but yet it'll be a catharsis in other ways, because Kevin has touched so many lives for the good and helped so many people. So I hope that many of us, I certainly plan to be there, and I know you will, Commissioner Merrill, too. So thank you. And it is at PIN headquarters.
Yep. Since your husband served on the board, I thought it was more appropriate
Thank
that
you.
you comment.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity for our community to pay respects for
Yes.
someone who really contributed. And those of you who knew Kevin know what we're talking about. Those who didn't, quietly behind the scenes, he made our county better. So if you have the opportunity to come by Friday, 4 to 7.
Yes, 4 to 7.
And
right.
I know that it'd
Anytime
be-
within that,
I know it'd be appreciated.
yes.
I really don't have anything additional today. I have more to see this afternoon, the executive committee, so I'll be there this afternoon. And other than that, I believe we have need for executive session.
We do. Resolution number 18-491, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of employment, promotion, compensation of a public employee or public official, to consider the sale of property at competitive bidding.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 18-491. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
We're now in executive session.
Resolution number 18-492, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
So moved.
Second, any discussion, vote?
Vote on motion 18-492. Mr. Merrill? Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
If there's no other business to bring before us, we are adjourned.
All right,
Sure.
great.